The Masheba Webb Show. Masheba Webb Show. Everybody out here, come and sing with me. The Masheba Webb Show. Masheba Webb Show.
The Masheba Webb Show. Sit back, relax, just chill, tune in. Sit back, relax, just chill, tune in. It's the Masheba.
Masheba Webb Show. Masheba Webb Show. The Masheba Webb.
And we did it again. We back for another Friday edition of the Masheba Webb Show. And I am your hostess, Masheba Webb. And y'all know how we do it. To my left, I got my girl, my buddy, and my pal, Miss Andrea Wiley in the building.
Hey.
I said it right today.
Yes, you did.
How you doing, girl?
Oh, recuperating from the turkey day.
Listen. Turkey Day.
Turkey Day.
Happy belated Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah.
We weren't here yesterday, but hope you had some sweet potato pie. I hope you had. Is it me? Cutting up like that again. I tell you, I don't know. I don't know about these phones. They be trying to get me. They be trying to get me. But Miss Andrea, did you cook for Thanksgiving?
Yes, I made.
You laid it out.
I made 6 sweet potato pies and some potato salad.
All right.
Yeah.
That's all right with me then. Add on to the menu. I know y'all had a feast.
Yes.
Nevertheless, I'm glad.
You know how we get down when it comes to the food.
You know I know. Now listen, to your left, who do you have over there?
To my left, I've had Mr. Robert Jackson in the building.
Mr. Robert in the building.
All right.
How you doing, Mr. Robert?
Yeah.
All is well, all is good.
All right. You're looking good.
Thank you very much.
You're looking like you came back from a vacation. You're looking mighty bright over there.
Well, I had to kind of pretend a little bit because this last week has been a challenge.
Man, has
Working.
it been? Okay, good. See, you
Cooking.
never have a problem. When we come in here, everything's always risky. Now I want to hear what happened.
Oh, man. You had to work and you had to cook 3 days.
Oh.
So I had to. So let me tell you my little menu.
Go ahead.
I made some sweet potato pies. I made a strawberry banana pudding. I made collard greens.
Yes, Lord.
I made corned beef.
Absolutely.
Ribs. We had fried turkey. We had ham.
Man.
Shrimp and crab salad, potato salad.
Let's go.
Mac and cheese.
Let's go.
Dressing.
Absolutely.
Peach cobbler.
Yes.
3-layer double chocolate cake and a strawberry cake with the crumbs on it.
My God. My God. With the crumbs. He talking about the crumbs. Was the crumble made with butter? Real butter?
Oh yeah. Don't forget the caramel cake. My niece brought the caramel cake also too.
Listen, y'all trying to kill somebody over there with all that sweet stuff.
Hey, my A1C just went down.
Man, listen, mine just went up listening to his menu. Oh, well, we are glad that you had a wonderful turkey day. Now, listen, to my right, as always, she stands, my girl, my buddy, and my pal, Miss Paula Wiley, everybody.
Welcome, everybody, to the Masheba Webb Show.
How you doing, beautiful one?
I am so good, so good. God is so good. Yes,
you're looking beautiful. Now,
Yes,
tell us about your Thanksgiving.
Oh, well, my assignment was the dressing. Always my mom's dressing because I can make it like my mom. So I did 2 pans of dressing and I did a turkey. So, yep.
All right.
Yes, and that collaborated with the mac and cheese.
Yes,
and
that's what I was waiting on.
greens,
Yeah, and I
lamb
think
chops, ribs,
Right,
turkey, ham,
Right.
pasta salad. And they had the Brussels sprouts wrapped in the bacon.
Right.
Street
Y'all was
corn,
cutting up over there.
Street corn, banana pudding,
Yeah.
pies, cakes.
Well, my God.
Right. And my arm, I believe I peeled about 40 sweet potatoes. 40.
Them a lot of taters.
40 sweet potatoes. Okay?
Them a lot of taters and maters, okay?
Yeah, them
That was
potatoes.
me.
Ooh. Yeah, that
All
was
right,
good.
so listen, we getting ready to get, is the first song queued up, Mr.? All right, we getting ready to get into our show. When we get back from this first song, I'm going to tell you who our wonderful guest is. She's from Soul TV. She has her own show. It's called On the Sofa with Esther. But right now, I'm getting ready to bring King George. I know it ain't the relationship show, but that's all right. I'm feeling like I need to hear King George right now. So he says too long right here on the Masheba Webb Show.
that sound good. Well, this song goes out to anybody that got somebody they might want to hold on to, somebody that they go home to at night. See, that's what I call a good thing. And I got me a good thing too. And you see, I don't want to lose it. Listen, I used to hang out every night, running round in the clubs. Yeah, I thought I had everything. I thought I never needed love. That's when God sent an angel straight down from up above. She came and swept me off my feet, showed me the meaning of true love. Now my friends, yeah, they ask me why I don't hang like I used to. Some even laugh and call me names like old man and party pooper. But I found me a good thing, and I don't care what they say. Tell them when I get time I might come through, but I can't come through to stay. Can't stay too long. I gotta keep moving. My girl, she waiting. I don't wanna be foolish. Got a good thing going on, and I ain't tryna lose it. Can't stay too long. I gotta keep moving. See my girl, she at the house. I know that she waiting on me with a big smile on her face, yeah. Looking real good, smelling real nice and sweet. She know I'm out on the road, doing my music thing. She know the temptation comes. She know I'm only just a man. But see, I try to make the right decisions. Some women have their own intentions. And you will be surprised what some people might do when they really want your attention. But I found me a good thing, won't let nothing get in my way. Tell them when I get time I might come through, but I can't come through to stay. Can't stay too long. I gotta keep moving. My girl, she waiting. I don't wanna be fooled. Got a good thing going on. I got a good thing. And I ain't tryna lose it. Can't stay too long. I gotta keep moving. Can't stay too long. I gotta keep moving. My girl, she waiting. I don't wanna be fooled. Got a good thing going on. I got a good thing. And I ain't tryna lose it. Can't stay too long. I gotta keep moving. Wave your hand if you know you got a good thing. Somebody feel like me. Somebody got a good thing. Oh yeah. Real good thing.
He said.
She don't have to worry.
He said she don't have to worry.
Not a bit.
That was my King George with too long. Sometimes you can stay too long. Sometimes you can even look too long.
Yes.
You ever got in trouble for looking too long? It'd be too much. But right now, I got my girl from Soul TV, my protege, my buddy and my pal. I call it, well, her show is On the Sofa with Esther, and her name is Esther Austin, all the way from the UK. How are you doing, sweetheart?
I am well. I am good.
How are you?
Good evening,
Welcome to the
everyone.
Masheba Webb Show, my love.
Welcome to the Masheba Webb Show.
Yes. So we are here, Esther. We've been trying to get here for a minute, haven't we?
We have indeed. But we made it. So the main thing is that I've showed up. We're here. So
Period. Yeah. You showed up. I showed up. Listen, I am excited to have you here. You know, when I first came to Soul TV, I was looking at you. You was like, okay. I'm like, okay. I see what she did. I like what she's doing. Esther, let me ask you a question.
mm-hmm.
What is missing in podcasts? Now, I'm not talking about music. I'm not talking about a TV show. I'm talking about podcast. What is missing in podcasts? I want to start off with that question, and I'm doing it for a reason. What's missing? What's missing?
Well, in terms of conversation, in terms of the topic, in terms of format, in terms of presentation, that's it.
I'm saying in the world of podcasts, we have so many podcasts and everybody is like crabs in a bucket. And I feel like there are some things that we should all remember, and we should all, like protocols we should go by and live by. So I'm asking you, do you think that there's anything that we could do better in the podcastic world?
I would say whether it's podcasting or generally, it's about coming off platforms of integrity and authenticity and truth.
Yes.
Without those as the basis and the baseline, everything else falters.
Absolutely, absolutely. Esther, I've been watching your show for a while, and you are you have your own lane. You do you. You have stars. Tell us about your podcast and what it is. You got stars, child. You got stars. You get your stars yourself. You doing your own recruiting out there?
It's, when you have a certain type of energy and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and you are following your purpose and in purpose,
Absolutely.
then I say God or the universe will bring what is for you is for you.
Amen.
This
That's right.
thing only happens when others are not content or know who they are and the place that they're supposed to be in. But when you're on purpose and in purpose, you're being led. You're allowing yourself to be led. And if you trust that, then, if God opens a door for you, then that door is for you. It's not for anybody else,
Exactly.
Remember my
Amen.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen, your show to me, it looks like a big TV show to me. I mean, the way you do what you do is fantastic. I just love it. Now, listen. How long have you been doing your podcast? How long have you been doing your show? And how did you stumble upon Soul TV?
I've been doing my show for a long time. You take different steps, it's different gradients.
Yeah.
And the main thing is to continue to follow your purpose. And with Soul TV, it was Anthony Williams that discovered Soul TV.
Anthony Williams! Let me have some for Mr. Anthony. Anthony from the UK, Mr. Anthony. He is amazing. I love talking to him and Bobby. Go ahead. I just had to interject that there. Bobby.
And so that's how I got onto the platform.
Okay. All right. So how do you pick your guests? I mean, because when I started, I just started doing what I liked. How do you pick your guests?
I'm usually contacted, and it's just usually to say, I've got a new track out. I've been recommended to come on your show, and that really is it. Unless, because I could be very tenacious and very driven and very, I'm quite stubborn sometimes.
Yeah.
So if I see something that I like, I go after it. And if one door doesn't open for me to get through there, then I go down another lane. And I'm like that sometimes because, like I said, if something's for you, it's for you. And
Absolutely.
oftentimes to get artists, it's not that easy. But when you've been told something in your spirit, go after, then you've got to go after it.
Mm-hmm. You have to. What you say about that, Miss Paula?
Exactly, because that's a door opening.
Listen. If God, listen, I don't know if, I've been with Soul TV a lot, not as long as you have. How long have you been with Soul TV? Because I know we've been established. Okay. So I know that we've been established for 7, and you've been there a year. And my goodness, listen, I'm getting ready to bring up this first artist that you sent me, Esther. Now let's talk about her. Have you met? Is it Jackie Graham? Is that how you say her name?
Jackie Graham, yes.
Jackie.
Yes. She's a UK R&B artist.
Yeah.
Full of passion, full of life, full of energy.
Yeah.
She's been around a long time, and she is still rocking, as they say. I saw her do a gig a couple of months ago, and you can tell she loves what she does. She does what she loves, and she is just, in that element of having fun.
Listen, I'm ready for it. I'm talking about none other than Jackie Graham from the U. Is she from the UK, right?
She is.
Yeah, she's a UK artist. Right here on the Masheba Webb show, she said, "Ain't nobody." Let's go.
Effortlessly, that's the way it was. Happened so naturally. I did not know it was love. The next thing I felt was you holding me close. What was I gonna do? I let myself go, and now we're flying through the stars. And hope this night will last forever. I've been waiting for you. It's been so long. I knew just what I would do when I heard your song. You filled my heart with a kiss. You gave me freedom. You knew I could not resist. I needed someone, and now we're flying through the stars. And hope this night will last forever. Ain't nobody loves me better. Makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. I wait for nighttime to come to bring you to me. I can't believe I'm the one. I was so lonely. I feel like no one could feel. I must be dreaming. I want this dream to be real. I need this feeling. I make my wish upon a star and hope this night will last forever. Ain't nobody loves me better. Can make me happy, make me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. At first you put your arms around me, and then you put your arms around me. I can't resist this sweet surrender. On a night so warm and tender, we stare into each other's eyes, and what we feel is no surprise. We've got a feeling most would treasure, and a love so deep we cannot measure. Ain't nobody loves me better. Can make me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better. Ain't nobody loves me better. Ain't nobody, baby, loves me better. Nobody, baby, make me happy, make me feel this way. Ain't nobody, baby, loves me better. Nobody, baby, ain't nobody loves me better. Oh yeah, ain't nobody loves me better. No, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better.
My God, I love it. I love it.
Yes, that was
Said,
hot.
can't nobody. Jackie Graham from the UK. I love it. I love it. We are here with none other than Esther Austin. Esther, are you still there, darling? I don't know where she went, but okay. Well, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna wait till she come back. All right, what we're gonna do is, Mr. Moss, you got the other song queued up. We're going to go to the next song. It is a MP3, I believe, and it's called After the Love by Andrew Casanova. You got that up for me, darling? Let's go there, right here on the Masheba Webb Show.
Yes.
Come on, clap your hands. Let's give God some praise for the good things He's done. Everything that happened to me that was good, God did. God did. Yes, He did. Oh, yes, He did. Oh, everything that happened to me that was good, God did. God did. Yes, He did. Oh, yes, He did. He picked me up, turned me all around, placed my feet on solid ground. Everything that happened to me that was good, God did. Yes, He did. Oh, yes, He did. I said everything that happened to me that was good, the Lord did. God did. I know He did. Oh, yes, He did. Oh, everything that happened to me.
All right, all right. Are you there, Esther?
I am back in. Yes, my
All
connection
right.
died briefly.
All right, all right, all right. I can't see you yet, but I hear you. Can you see her, Mr. Miles? Okay. He's getting it together for us. I thought I lost you for a minute, darling. I tried to play After the Love by Andrew Casanova. That wouldn't play. So we're going to go to the next song after we get done talking to you. I want to know, when doing a podcast, okay, what to you are the most important things as a leader in the podcast industry?
Interesting questions. I mean, as a leader in the podcasting industry, what's really important is to be authentic, authenticity, integrity.
Yeah.
And anyone who really knows me knows that that's the platform that I live. That's the word that I live by.
Yes.
And it's important. It's very important because as I would say, I do a lot of personal development work with individuals, and it's important, especially when you're not in a place of authenticity and integrity. You see how it spills into other people's lives. You see how it
Absolutely.
manifests around. So it's not just you as an individual that it touches on. It touches on everything around that.
Yes.
There's a saying that many are called, but few are chosen. So a lot of
Hey!
people.
Come on.
You coming up on in this room, Miss Esther. You acting like you know who God is. Okay?
I do. I did from a child had that. I would say insight, as they say.
Yes.
And just seeing beyond, because we're not just in this physical world. There's more that goes on beyond, and if you understand the depth that God is, it's not everything that we see,
Exactly.
and that's why when you walk in faith.
Man, listen, she didn't opened it up. Listen,
There you go.
you
Question
talking.
after you.
I just had to
Robert
interject right here because
Robert.
Mr. Robert want to say something, but I feel you just done got oily. You real slick over there. You slide that up out of my hands, honey. All that oil on you right now.
Right.
Listen,
And that is the whole thing right there.
I almost didn't do this show today. I have been going through so much, Esther. So much, and just what you said, it just even more lets me know how big and how great God is. It could always be worse, right? Am I right? It could always be worse. No matter what you're going through, it could always be worse. And I just want to thank God. Everybody knows that my husband has been diagnosed with cancer, and just everything that has been happening has been literally 60 days since me and my husband had a check. And it's like, okay, God, you want me to do this? You want me to do that? I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Are you with me, God? Are you there? You sure you got, well, should I not do this? Should I do this? It's like, Lord, take the wheel.
He already got it worked out.
Just take the wheel.
Yes.
And I, what you say, baby? Let go.
Just keep
Let
letting
God.
go. Keep letting go. It's not always easy. And I always say to people, find your Mary Poppins tool bag. So sometimes that might be prayer, sometimes that might be meditation, sometimes that might be dance, sometimes that might be you go for a walk, you walk the budgie, you walk the dog, you walk the cat, whatever it is that can give you that peace and that
Whatever.
Right.
you go through. And sometimes, Michael Jackson talked about the man in the mirror. And sometimes we got to do it's scary sometimes,
It is.
but you got to do that and know that it's okay, because once you look at the man, it gets easier. It's almost like the first time you do it, that's me.
Girl,
Right.
listen, you ain't said nothing but a word, but you are spitting straight facts, because I was like, God, are you here? You do hear me, right? Like,
Questioning.
But, my trial as of today wasn't as hard. Like, it didn't feel the same as it did like last month or 60 days ago. You know what I'm saying? Or 54 days ago. I was just at a different place. And every day I just have to literally let God do him. Like, God, order my steps, please. I don't know what's gonna happen today. I don't know where anything is coming from today. I don't know what's gonna happen today. But God, all I know is that I trust you in this process.
You have to.
Definitely.
Amen.
Definitely.
What?
Definitely. Yes.
I
Yes.
trust you
Yes,
in
let him
this
go.
process. And I thank you for just coming on here and, because I wanted to go a different way with you, but you opened it up. You said something that I needed to hear. And I just thank you. Man, Mr. Robert, go ahead, because I'm a mess over here right now. Like,
I can see
literally.
him.
I am a total mess right now. Like, seriously. What was your question?
So before
Sorry,
before I ask you this question, my reason for being on this show is to help enlighten people,
Yeah.
and I would like to see this show go worldwide. And my question to you is, what made you decide that podcasting is the choice for you?
That's good. That's good.
It was something that I fell into, and it was something that I was moved into. Like I said, we talk about purpose. And when you are being moved into something in purpose, and you know in your heart and soul that it's the right thing to do, then you move in that purpose. And also the feedback that I get from literally all the guests that I interview, and as Masheba said, I feel very privileged and very blessed to interview all these legends, pioneers.
Legends.
Definitely.
There's an authentic connection with a lot of them. A lot of them share. A lot of them even cry on my show because
Amen.
they know and they can feel that authenticity,
Yes.
and it allows them to be themselves. Because as you know, in the industry, you have to sometimes mask up and be, but they can be who they are.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
Exactly.
lots of times when people have come on my show, people say, "Do you know them? Are you family?" No, it's the first time I've met them.
Wow. You know no strangers.
Does that answer your question, Robert?
Yes, you did, sweetheart. Thank you.
That was
No,
good.
you remind me
Yes,
of.
yes.
He reminds me of Gemini Burke. Do you know Gemini Burke, the son of Solomon Burke?
Yes.
It so reminds me of him.
Wow. You hear her?
Yes. Yes.
So, Miss Paula, what about you?
I think she kind of went into some of my questions.
Okay.
My question part, but I just know when God is the head of your life, that's who you depend on to get
Yes,
you,
Lord.
to open the doors. And, you may not see it with your eyes, but he's already got things worked out. But my question was, what was the driven force which catapulted you into the purpose of being on a podcast?
What was the
Driven force.
driving force?
Yes.
Just being contacted. The driving force also was the message that
Just
these
being in your
people were
purpose.
sharing. And the message they shared, and the message was about uplifting. The message was empowerment. The message was about coming through. Because when you listen to a lot of their stories, they've been to the mountaintop and they've been on the valley, on the ground on the valley. But what is it how did they rise? And when they rose from some of their experiences, how comes they weren't bitter and full of hatred?
Yeah.
And so when you listen to their stories of coming through, just like the late Mary Wilson, and the late Mary Wilson, she was a beautiful person. And I remember talking to her, and she still had this energy. She still wanted to sing. She wanted to do so much. And she was saying,
Yes.
do you think I can do this? And I'm like, this woman has been through so much. She's had an incredible career. And yet she's so humble.
So humble.
And it's in that humility, that we become, that we are.
Yes.
And there's power in that place.
Yes. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
And you know, within our show, people are afraid sometimes when they come in, but the atmosphere that we project opens everybody up. And it seems like you have that same type of show where people can open up and be free and just be themselves.
That's beautiful.
Hey, I cannot tap to that too, because a lot of times people are not comfortable because a lot of folks don't share who they are. And being a former drug user, I can share that with people.
Absolutely.
And people drop their guards.
Absolutely.
You know, and they, okay, if this brother can do it, I can do it also.
Absolutely. The Bible says we are overcome by the words of our testimony. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. You know, woe unto the person that doesn't want to tell where God has brought you from.
Exactly.
You know, you ought to want to tell how good God has been. You know, a lot of people might think that, oh, he's just showing out. No, I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell you how good God has been to me. My God, that's good.
Can I get one more question?
You can. Come on in, Mr. Robert. Walk on in the room.
So
you already took my first one.
this question that I wanted was, one of the reasons why I have delayed to get to this point where I wanted to be podcasting and on the Masheba Webb show and be expressive and not afraid.
Yeah.
Which was a confident problem for me. And so my question to you, have you ever had any roads, some bumpy roads because you was afraid?
Oh, this is good. Mr. Robert, you on the road tonight, all right? You doing good. You're doing good on the mic tonight, girl.
It's only because I'm in the UK you're trying to give me the... Yes, I've had many rocky roads, many. My life has been incredibly challenging, and that's what hones you. You know, when you go through... I've been down on my knees many times. And that's why people sometimes call me Rocky or Sylvester. Is it, you know, I'll be back, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, because you tough. You said, like, I'll be back, honey. I'll be back.
Well, the thing is, after a while, you have to, you know, when you're down, like Les Brown, the motivational speaker, says sometimes when you're down, the only way to do is look up.
Yeah, come on. That's it.
Esther out here preaching.
He's spitting game today. He's spitting game today. Yes.
She coming on here with guns, okay?
Yes. I did have...
But then it's, you know, I've really, you know, we've all been put down here with certain roles to play, and sometimes it's like the wounded healer, and with the wounded healer is someone who's been through so much and has grown through that and has understood the lessons and the journey and the honing of and the sharpening of iron, and so, and then it's because a lot of people don't have that strength, so we can be the change that we want to see in the world. We can be the strength for others.
Yes, exactly.
A lot of people are struggling now.
That's it right
I done
there.
threw paper at you, child. When I throw paper, that means I'm really, really like it, okay? I done threw paper at you twice at the camera. Girl, you over there speaking what thus saith the Lord. Somebody needed
It's a lot
this
of
tonight.
confirmation for me.
Yes, Lord. You coming on here confirming, okay, the reconfirmation.
Right.
The reconfirmation of, you know, just my life right now. And I'm just so grateful to be here. Miss Andrea, what do you have?
I had a few
For Miss
questions.
Esther.
I think Mr. Robert is cheating on my
Mr. Robert is cheating tonight.
I wouldn't say them anyways, because I had a few. Is how and why did you get into podcasting? What motivated you to do podcasts? And have you always been comfortable in front of the camera? And if not, how did you become comfortable?
So, yeah, he did. He took two of your questions.
Right,
So what's the
exactly.
second question?
So, have you always been comfortable in front of the camera?
Yeah, that's good. Because I thought that's what he was going to say, but
Right.
he went deeper.
No, I haven't. I wasn't always. I never used to like to be in the camera, even to get pictures taken. And yeah, everywhere I travel, people always wanted to take pictures of me. I'm like, please, I'm just a normal
Yes,
person.
honey. Yes.
Um,
I went
and
on
I,
your page, honey, and your pictures, stunning. What do you mean you don't like taking pictures?
I feel the same way. That's why I
I mean,
asked that
I
question because
take-
it was more personal for me.
yeah, because I mean, I take pictures. For me, it's about expression, as I think Robert said. It's about expression because from where I've come from, it's about expression. I've always been someone who's
Expressive.
different, someone who's creative, someone that's out of the box. So for me, it's like the child in me. Sometimes if I'm going out, I might wear two different colors, two different color earrings, black and red top, black and red shoes. That's because how I'm feeling. That's my expression of me.
Exactly.
See, now she's the first guest that came on the show that said the child in me.
Right.
Do we have? Do you believe that there's a child in all of us?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, because that's a whole show by itself, Esther.
Yes. I'm a
Part
child at
two.
heart.
Part two. You are right. Part two.
Yes. And the other part of my question was, how did you become comfortable in front of the camera?
I was thrown in front of the camera because everywhere I went,
Who threw you in front of the camera? Was it Anthony? And
no,
Tony?
this has been like I said. I've been doing this. I do various things other than podcasting. So
Okay.
in my various roles, I was always sort of thrown in front of the camera or thrown into certain roles that I didn't feel at the time. That was me. And the more that I interview people as well, is the more it's not even about me when I'm in front of the camera. It's about these amazing conversations with these incredible people who are
Absolutely.
sharing their lives and they're inspiring others.
Absolutely.
So does that answer your question,
Wow.
Andrea?
You know what I love
Yes,
about
yes,
what
it did.
I love
Thank
about
you.
this is
What
the
do you
fact
love?
that I used to be in a situation. I was in a situation like what you just got to expressing, Andrea, and one of my spiritual advisors who I used to hang out with, going around the churches with, and so he took me to a guy who had a service in the yard, and they was doing like an anniversary for the gentleman, and they wanted me to say something. I said no. Because I was petrified.
Right.
I
Well, you
mean,
wanted to, but you were
I
fearful.
wanted to. That's that is the biggest goal in my world, is to be able to express myself before people.
But guess what?
But I couldn't do it.
Guess what? Guess what?
You're doing it now.
I'm doing it now.
You doing it now, Mr.
Yes.
Robert. Give him a hand. Now listen, we
Right.
got 10 minutes before the end of the show. Esther Austin on the sofa with Esther. How can they see your show? Tell America one more time. How can they see On the Sofa with Esther? Where can they find you, baby girl?
You can find me on Facebook, on Soul TV. You can also find me on YouTube at Esther Austin Global.
Yes. Okay. Now, you have openings. Who do you take? Anybody? I mean, somebody might want to say, you know what? I want to be on Mrs. Esther's show from the UK. I mean, do you take? I mean, how do you? I know that you've told us how you do your process, but do you? You know, I'm open. I'm going to take them all. But do you? Is there some that you won't, or do you just stay? You know, is there a target?
Yeah,
Esther?
different categories of your show, like
As for guests.
yeah.
Yes, so on Facebook at the moment, it's predominantly sort of music and film. But then I also do a lot of personal development. I work a lot. I would say as a mentor, as an intuitive healer. I do a lot of work that end because it's needed.
Yeah.
And so I have conversations. I've been doing interviews around people going through emotional, physical, spiritual abuse, and looking at that and how they can walk through it and the tools they can use to get them through it. Because a lot of people are going through stuff, and a lot of times they don't understand what they're going through, or you have to surround yourself. They all say surround yourself with like-minded people, and sometimes the people around you ain't for you. And so, how can you
period.
heal the way you want to go? How can you heal the way you want to heal if you're not being nurtured and fed? And even though you might be walking a path and you have got your faith, you still got to protect your space. And so I do a lot of work with. So those are the types of I'm going to be doing more interviews around that because people are knocking on my door. We want to be on this to share
Definitely.
their stories of going through and coming through.
And that's exactly what I wanted. That's what I was looking for. So thank you. Thank you, because you're going to get people that are going to come to you because they see your heart. Your heart is beautiful, Esther. I just want to thank you for being a guest of mine. And listen, I'm getting ready to play this video. It's called Smile Again by Terry Tobin. She's from the UK as well. Is she from the UK?
She's in the States.
She's in the States. I got to check her out then. I'm late.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to play this video right here, and then we're going to come back and end the show. Thank you so much again, Miss Esther, for coming on the Masheba Webb Show. We'll be right back.
When I think about forever, there's a special place you'll always be. You saw in me a light that I thought had dimmed, and it would never return. No. But when I try to push you away, your love is always there, surrounding me. You believe in me. Together with you, impossible's within my reach. When no one can help me smile again. Smile again. Smile again. You make me smile again. I'm convinced you were sent from heaven. There's no other explanation. The kind of blessing that you are to me must have been handpicked especially. I can't pretend that I don't see your dedication and charm, and how real you are. You're everything I prayed you'd be. Oh, the future looks so bright. Been waiting for the stars to align, and here you are. Make me smile again. Ooh, hey, you make me smile again. I never thought I'd give love a chance until you showed me your heart. I can't imagine this life without you. I found a smile again.
That was Terry Tobin with Smile Again. My God, we have reached the end of the show. Esther, thank you so much for taking the time. I was nervous. I don't know why I was so nervous. I was nervous today, Esther. I said, I got Esther Austin coming up my show. What's
Me as well. I was doing the same thing as well. I was like, okay, I can't sleep now because I might not wake up in time.
I was a mess last night. I'm like, what am I doing? What's going on?
You both were doing the same thing.
But it's okay. I see you in one of my home girls. You right here.
Yeah.
In my heart. I love you so much, Esther.
Yes,
Listen,
thank you
is
for
there
coming
any
to the show.
Yes, is there anything that you want to say out there? Any encouragement that you want to give? You have the floor, Miss Esther. Go ahead.
I would just say, just stay true to you as much as you can. It's not always easy, but when you stay true to you, then when you're free within yourself, you've got so much in life to enjoy, and And I always say, you never know who's watching you, who you might be inspiring and encouraging
Yes.
in you. 'Cause, and it's not always just the children or teenagers, even adult to adult. They, sometimes we need that encouragement as well. So just be
Amen.
yourself, and the integrity, having integrity for yourself. It's not even so much about other people. If you've got it for yourself, then you can show it to others.
Amen. That's good. That's good stuff. Thank you so much, Miss Esther.
Yes, thank you for your words of encouragement.
Yes, she's amazing. Like, you are deep. Okay, I didn't know. I was so nervous. I said, "What am I going to talk about? What am I going to ask her? Is she going to think?" And I'm like, "Okay, wait, hold up. Let me get back." So I'm back. Okay, listen, this is not the last time. There's going to be a part 2 to this because I see you, my homie, and we're going there. I love it. I love the affirmation, the confirmation that you gave today. Thank you for coming on the show and being obedient. Mr. Rob, I got one question for you. Has the Lord been good to you?
Real good.
What about you, Miss Andrea? Has the Lord been good to you?
Yes, he has.
Miss Esther, has the Lord been good to you?
He has indeed.
Miss Paula, has the Lord been good to you?
He's been real, real good.
Mr. Wisdom.
Yeah.
He's been real good.
Y'all better get ready for this.
Rock it out, come on.